Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Mr. Gilliland, your understanding of economics is a lot like a lot of us Americans, but you need to spend a little more time with the government. When the government was shut down here, they told us by not doing it, it was going to cost us more than doing it. So it gets very complicated when you get into government economics as opposed to just plain old common sense economics. Dr. Peters, the Advanced Test Reactor, which is certainly one of our important facilities at the INL, has been used for testing fuels for the Naval Nuclear Propulsion Program. Been very important in that regard. There's been some talk now about how ATR could be used to support the Gateway for Accelerated Innovation for Nuclear Initiative. Could you talk about that for just a minute for us, please?
Sure. So, thank you, Senator. Thank you for the question. Good to see you. So, as you already said, the Advanced Test Reactor has been operating since the 60s, and its core mission to this day is to support the nuclear Navy, and that continues. And also note that we have a line of sight to this machine operating as far as 2050, if not beyond, to continue to support that mission. But there's already an existing part of the ATR's mission that's a part of the National Science User Facility that DOE funds, that actually funds university researchers and industry researchers and other lab researchers to use some of the irradiation time at ATR to do work on current nuclear energy systems, also advanced nuclear reactor systems. So really, yes, it will be a part of the test bed. It's a good example, actually. ATR and HIFER at Oak Ridge are two good examples of test reactors that will be an important part of the GAIN test bed. So, and we're continuing to look to ways to sort of expand the capability of ATR to be able to be more responsive to industry needs.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I recently met with the people who founded the Transatomic Power, where they're dealing with these new molten salt reactors, which I guess is it's new to me and probably not to you people that work in this on a daily basis. But what can you tell us about that briefly, about this technology?
It's an exciting technology. Actually, the founders were in school with Jake, at the same time with Jake at MIT. So it's another example of some of these exciting startups that are emerging from the university community. It's a molten salt technology. It operates at high temperatures. It's a very exciting technology. It's early in its development, but it's a perfect example of an early stage company that needs access through things like GAIN to capabilities at the laboratories to be able to do testing and evolve their design. But there's Third Way counts 48 companies, Jake's being one, Transatomic being another, that are out there with advanced concepts, both fission and fusion, actually. And so the whole idea is to try to make sure that the labs are open to helping all of those companies at whatever stage of maturation they're in. But there's reasons to be very excited about Transatomic. Southern, for example, is thinking with Oak Ridge about molten salt technology as well. But when you look at the laboratories, the reactor technology sort of grew up through the laboratories in different ways. And actually, the resident expertise in the laboratory system in molten salt tends to sit at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. They have a prominent capability there.
Thank you. Lastly, every time I visit the INL, there's always a discussion about new talent coming into the pipeline. There doesn't seem to be as much interest as there should be in young students wanting to take on nuclear physics. Can you talk for a minute about the partnerships that the INL has formed with our universities in Idaho to try to nurture this and resolve this issue and move it along? Could you talk for a minute about that?
Yeah, sure. So we have partnerships with, close partnerships with Idaho State University and University of Idaho and Boise State, but in the nuclear energy area, particularly with Idaho State and University of Idaho. And so we're working actively with them to bring students to the laboratory so that the students are not only getting training, education at the institution, but also understanding, doing research at the laboratory and a lot of back and forth between the university and the lab. Also working with them to help devise their curricula in a more effective way to train the next generation. And that's a great partnership, but also as part of the partnership that manages the laboratory, as you're aware, we have a national partnership. So we have other universities that are part of the partnership that include MIT, NC State, Ohio State, and University of New Mexico, and Oregon State as well. And so there's a national picture as well. But I should say that, I mean, witness the guy at the end of the table down here. there's a change. There's a change. The young people that are coming out today out of undergrad and grad school are looking to save the world, and they're realizing that nuclear's got to be a part of it. And so I didn't feel like that was there, say, 15 years ago. So I'm just really excited about it.
That's good. That's good to hear. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Good. Senator Manchin.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank all of you. And I guess this will go, I'll start with you, Mr. Kaczynski, since you're in the utility business.